And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You are unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk. My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know? As you... It has come to be known simply. Of course. That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes. I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality, no attempt to lay out rules like your code of Hammurabi. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle. The Egyptians made a rudiment, the Greeks refined it with, the Roman Stoics added, treat you. Even the so-called cultists hide. It is the simplest of yet none. For you, perhaps. Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example? The midwife and the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule? The rule is do unto others. They are forsaken. Applying this rule always requires us to interpret. Supposing... Now tell me, what other sins do you believe? Do you honestly think you could do better? I should strike you down for that. Now, did you have any other questions? Very well. Good. Then now only it has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals. When I peer into you, Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. If that is true, then I sense the intervention.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal?
We cannot know.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. Why have you come here? Your hubris is amusing. If you anger me, so. That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What? Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively. But I am a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as... Let me ask you this. Do you ensure... Of course not, because that would be Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by in which time we... Because that is the source of our power over you. You could say that. My kin have no superiors. I suppose there is a hierarchy among my kin, with Jupiter at the top. Make your point more. Let me ponder that for a moment. If you are right, then it would follow that all... How can I accept your argument? Your hubris grows... You will make a... Do you really... Pathetic. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. No, you vile, despicable creature. And here you are. Allow me to... No, go. But the one... And I've... And what... That they will... First... My... As... That... It is...
I do not.
You will... The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Salve.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. No gull to the... but the one... and what... that there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will. I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it? You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it. You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. Perhaps you are cleverer than... I do not see that I have a choice in this. And now you have... This has gone on too. But know this. Very... I will have Charon make arrangements to fetch... Once this exodus begins, what will become of you is different. Now, you had best pray our paths never cross again.
Oh! Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first, fortunately for us, the last person in here. Apparently there was a community of 20-something. They believed that if even one person... Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine, an oracle appeared, said barely a word, and entered the temple of the mysterious... And the doors just... Nobody knows what went on in there, but because the next thing he knew, the ground... Unfortunately, Galerius' account just... What became of him? And the other people... And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly... What? Oh, anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water. I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead, and I'll be...
You're back! But... oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. Why don't you tell me what you discovered? Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe that most people find comfort in familiarity. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld. Usually, when people do not most souls would rather ask yourself honestly. As you wish, you were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver. Unfortunately, as you emerged into day, a nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but there was nothing He died instantly at the scene. That man's name was Al. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's opal by some. And so it was my duty to... Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths. Well, those stories continue. A long time ago, my master created 1,000... My orders were simple. Whenever a person died... That is a question you would have to ask him. I am just his servant. Only now, I find myself bereft. There is nobody else to ferry here. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself. Look! Here comes Al now! Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look for... You two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to...
Hey, you made it. I read your book. And after everything you've been through, so after we got back to the real world, I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. Why don't you head on down there?
Oh, hello. You're finally here. Remember me? It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Anyway, I know we only ever had that. I wanted to say Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on. It's hard work, but I sleep sound. I know. I can't believe my luck either. We're planning to get married next spring. Of course, there's a whole...
You're here. It's lovely to finally... So, you're the hero. I'm just teasing. Galerius, and it feels like we're just so thankful. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. See you.
Hello. Galerius said you're very nice. And I live at Galerius and... Treasure? Oh. Bye-bye.
It's you.
Hey.
Hi there, I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance. I'm living up north, and the world still. The one... Ah, you remembered that. In the word, Thanks. He's not my... Oh. He had more trouble. He got himself supposed, but his luck finally... You know... And...
You are here. Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort. If the world knew it. Speaking of which, I'm studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in... When it ended, she didn't make it. She died from poison while you were... It wasn't your fault. Decius is to blame. You too.
I take it you're the... Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated. I'm not sure if you heard, but she knew right away what none of... But he's been dealt with. Anything I want. Of course, he's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld. Eternal torment. You too.
Greetings. I am told I am reacquainting myself with... Perhaps I hope you... You too, my...
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking... We have... I'm sorry, I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And it seems I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics. Not that I need the money. My sincere...
Good evening.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet... I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure but I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the... After we lost Ulpius, I couldn't shake the feeling that in the end, I decided to... So I'm told. And you. Wonderful.
Greetings. Thank you for your kind words, and I'm Rick. I'm already... Men have... And
Hello
you.
There.
Some soiree, innit? Ah, hello at last. You must be the oracle. Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation. Whatever you did in that town. I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing. In fact, I was hoping to ask, I can't decide between Oh, don't be like that. Oh, of course, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Of course, don't let me keep you.
It is an honor to find you. Oh, of course, you are an oracle. I too would like to offer. For a time, I returned to Alexandria. Instead, I spent the first 25 years. Indeed. Thank you.
It's so nice to find... I wanted to thank you I'm studying to be an architect again, and living in a beautiful... Of course, it's improved immensely. You natives of the... You too, if you're ever in the nether...
Hello there. Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. You didn't hear? My adoptive father, Sentius, locked me up. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him. Don't worry. I'm living by myself on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's something Ulpius and I used to talk about doing when we got out. But it's been hard. Oh, it's hardly your fault. Thanks.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long... Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention. Indeed. Suffice it, I was able to control that. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life, and after witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this, so I tried to give them a way to buy more time. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life. What I did not anticipate is that he quickly discovered that he could. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, we were all fortunate you came. I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him. Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. She wouldn't say what it was. And you. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember? Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.